Today I'm going to show you Laravel Breeze. This is a simple implementation of all of Laravel's authentication features. It includes login, registration, password, email verification, and also password confirmation. So that means after installing this Laravel Breeze, you will already have an application that comes with authentication features. So no need to worry about login and registration component. Together with that, it includes the blade templates as default, but it is also styled already with the Tailwind CSS, which is our utility first CSS framework. So in addition to that, we would like to include the Inertiajs pack. So we will go down here and install also the Inertiajs. That is already powered by Vue. So all in all, we will be installing Laravel, and then the authentication scaffolding, which is the Breeze, plus Tailwind CSS, plus Inertiajs, plus Vue.js, all in one. Okay? So, to do that, we will have to check if we have the following in our system. First, we'll have to check if we have PHP. So, PHP minus version. Okay. So mine is 7.4. So take note that the minimum is 7.4, I think. So if you have an option, just install a higher version. Okay. So if you don't have PHP, go ahead and download the XAMPP or WAMP. No, but for me, I use the XAMPP. So use XAMPP for Windows. Just make sure you install the 8.0. No, so this is higher. This is the latest for the PHP. Okay, go ahead and download that one. That will already include your MySQL as a requirement for our database server. So next, check if you have Composer. Composer minus version. Mine is 2.0.7. So go ahead and install that one. If you don't have, go to getcomposer.org, and here is the Composer setup. Just download that one and run it in your system. Okay, and then node.js, node version. I'm gonna check my version. Okay, it's 14.15. So if you don't have one, go to nodejs.org and download. The latest for now is 15.12.0. So just download this one, the current version. And then we also need Laravel. This is the installer. Let me check if I have one. Yeah, so I have Laravel installer 4.1.1. So if you don't have that, you have to go to the Laravel site, make sure you are in the version 8, and download the installer. The command is right down here. It's Composer. Yeah. Okay, so the Laravel installer. So just navigate it to the Laravel installer and execute this statement. And then you will have the Laravel installer available. Okay, so let's start installing. So the first step is to go here and execute the statements right here. Right. So let me just put that a little. I don't have to execute Composer Global already because I already have the Laravel installer for me. If not, you have to execute this. Composer Global require Laravel. So next is, I'm going to build now the actual web app. For me, I put them inside a folder which I call web apps. Okay, and if you look at it, I have so many applications here already. I'll just create one, right? So I would say the statement is Laravel new, and then the name of the application. Okay, so I would say Laravel new, and then my app. Okay, enter. Let me put that up. Alright, so application ready and build something amazing. So make sure you get these lines, no, to indicate that the installation is okay. So next we go inside that folder and we still have to continue the installation process. So after this, I will move on to the starter kit installation, which is this brief, and then I will start installing from right here. You have to search for this, the Composer Laravel Brief dev. And then when you are done, move ahead to the installation of the brief that includes the inertia here. Okay, so let's do that. So I'll go inside that folder that I created, my apps. Okay, and then I'll copy the composer right here. Composer require Laravel brief. Okay. Make sure you are inside the folder. Next, let me just close that one. Next is this PHP artisan install inertia. I'm copying that one. And then artisan, PHP artisan is installed. Okay, it says execute the npm install and run dev, which is the same thing when we go back here. So install and then run dev and then PHP artisan migrate. Okay, so let me open this. No, npm install will simply install the JSON components, or sorry, the JavaScript components. So I will say npm install. It will take a while. Okay, so we're actually done, and let's open the code inside VS Code. So I'm gonna type code to open. Okay, now open the folder. It's in my drive D. Web apps, and then my app, and then open. So there you go. Here are the files that were created. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is check my env. So the database name is my app, username is root, and password I have to put something because my password is secret for my XAMPP MySQL. You have to save that one, and then open your SQL client. Mine is HeidiSQL. This is a reliable SQL client I've been using for a long time, and I will have to create the folder. I'm going to create the database. Create database. The name is my app. All right. So for now, my app is empty. Yeah, my app is empty. Okay. So after this, I'm gonna close this env. If it's not present, you just have to go here and rename this one. No, rename the .env and make that .env example and make that .env as in environment. So close all of those. I don't need them. Okay. And I'll open a terminal, new terminal, and then I have to run the application. So npm run dev. Okay. So when you do npm run dev, this is a one-time compilation of my application. Next, I need to migrate my database. So if you look at the database, there are already several tables present here. So you have a user table, password reset table, and some other tables used by Laravel internally. So I need to migrate that into my database so that it will be added physically in my app database. So to do that, I would say php artisan serve. No, sorry, php artisan migrate. Okay, so that created my database. Refresh. So I now have values in. I now have tables, but these are empty. So no user yet. The second is I need to populate the values there. So if I look at the factory, by default, I have a user factory here, and it will create a name and a unique email. But what will I do is to change this and make it as a default for now so that I won't be given a name that I do not know. So I would say Alan Lau. And then the email is just my email. So this will be the login that I will use. And the password is the same. So that's just password. This is the encrypted version of the word password. Okay, so I'm good with that. I'll save it. Right. Now, when you change something in the code, you need to recompile it again. So either I will do a run dev or I will just simply type run watch. Run watch will keep watching for any change in the code. And if something changes in the code, then the run watch application, which is running behind the scene, will compile it for you. So you see, it's not terminating, it's become a daemon application. So it keeps on waiting for any changes that may happen to the code. So I won't close that, and I would open another terminal, and here I will do the seeding. So php artisan db seed. Okay, this will populate now my database. Okay, so what happened here is, if you look at the seeder, I have here a database seeder in which I have no, sorry, it's empty pala. So it didn't do anything, I would suppose. Yeah, so we have to remove the slash here, and then it will create one user only. No, not 10. I only need one user, and then save. Okay, so behind the scene, it was recompiled using the npm run watch, and now we will do the seeding again. Okay, so right now, if I will refresh, I have my username, email, and the password. So I can now start running the server. So this is available. So I would say php artisan serve. Okay. So now it's running. I just have to go to this site, control click, and here is your brand new Laravel site. So you could now log in, and then my password is password. Alright, so that's it for the installation process.